Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Yesterday, Miyetti Allah took out time to lambast Sunday Igboho over the quit notice he issued out to Fulani in the Southwest. Don't forget that he told all Fulanis that they should quit the sixth state of the Southwest. But guess what? Sunday Igboho is back. And he also sent this thinker straight to the leader of Miyetti Allah. And I tell you, this one is the bomb. Let's just go through it and we'll consider some of the reactions of Nigerians in respect to the reaction of Sunday Igboho. And according to the news, Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has tackled the national president of Miyetti Allah Hall, Abdullahi Bello Bodejo, for dismissing his recent quick notice to Fulani headers to vacate the Southwest. Speaking during an interview with the Sun, the Miyetti Allah leader claimed that some people were trying to use Igboho to heat up the situation, urging President Bola Tinubu to use security agencies to call Igboho to order. Bodejo insisted that the Nigerian constitution has given every citizen the right to live in any part of the country and pursue their legitimate endeavors. In response, Sunday Igboho, in a statement to journalists on Sunday, countered Bodejo, stressing the nation's constitution does not support mindless killing of farmers, vicious rape of their wives, and destruction of farmland, which were rampant during the immediate past administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, and President Tinubu will not tolerate it. Igboho admitted that Nigeria's constitution allows citizens to reside in any part of the country but does not support headers under whatever guise to graze their cattle or the farmland, kill farmers struggling to make their living, and take advantage of their wives and daughters. While calling on the police, the Department of State Services (ESS), Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), and other paramilitary agencies to ensure the security of lives and property, Igboho urged farmers to be vigilant and report any act capable of breaching the peace in their respective communities and location. According to his statement, and I quote, he said, "Some alleged killer Fulani headers must be stopped from reigniting tension and atmosphere of insecurity in any part of Nigeria, most especially in the agrarian communities and settlement in Yoruba land by the security agencies." It is glaring that Bodejo is merely seeking undue recognition through his unjustifiable position on the carnage by his fellow Fulani headers, which has caused untold hardship for small and large-scale farmers, even in the north, and more prominently in the south, where they often move their cattle to graze farms and destroy cash crop. It is imperative for the Miyetti Allah group to be conscious of the fact that the act of lawlessness permeated by former President Muhammadu Buhari will not hold sway under the immediate incumbent President Bola Tinubu. It will do them a lot of good to perish the thought of unprovoked attack on farmers, particularly in the southwest, where we have lost many innocent farmers. Relevant security agencies and the people will not allow them to compound the woes of the common man further. We are again charging the head of security agencies to redouble their efforts and strategy in ensuring that the sustenance of peace and tranquility in all parts of the country, including all the states in the southwest, so that farmers and agrarian communities will not be subjected to terror and violent attack by rogue Fulani headers and cattle rustlers. While we believe in the efficiency of the police, the Department of State Security, DSS, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and other paramilitary agencies to ensure security of lives and property, we want to charge our people to be vigilant and quickly report any act capable of breaching the peace in their respective communities and location. Now, one of the things noticeable here is that Sunday Igboho did not talk about his quit notice. whether he has called it off or he's intending to pursue it. But the first thing we must take into consideration here is the fact that Fulani headsmen are still perpetuating a lot of harm on farmers right now. A few days ago, I heard something in faraway place Jos and other Niger and the rest. A lot of things are still happening, still traceable to them. And I feel that Bodejo should be more interested in fixing that. But shockingly, when he talked about having a vigilante in 36 states in Nigeria, he said that Fulani herders are the ones that are suffering in the hands of cattle rustlers and kidnappers. In other words, that Fulani herders have been kidnapped. And I personally, at least, have been able to see one or two or three or even 10 and 20 of them. And I wonder how somebody will see a Fulani headman and decide to capture him. If you say the guy is coming out to raise his cattle and he is being subjected to that level of risk, one can understand. But looking at the Fulani herder who goes around with his cow, how would they kidnap him? What would he offer? You understand? But then, looking at what we have seen thus far, I feel that what Sunday Igboho is trying to do is what the United States of America did after the event that took place far back in 11th on the 11th of September 2001. After that terrible attack, till today, such has not repeated itself. And I feel that is what the government should be most interested in, irrespective of whose ox is God. If your people decide to make life unbearable for their host community, and you expect all and sundry to keep their mouth, then I can assure you that people in that community are all cowards. And I feel that is what Sunday Igboho is trying to point out, that I am not a coward and I won't sit back. During the period of Buhari, we saw some very unbelievable things that Fulanis were doing, and they were being protected even in their pursuit of that wicked act. They were being protected. So right now, another person has manned that position. If it is repeated again, it will be a slap on Nigerians. And I feel that whatever thing that they are saying, the government should put all necessary facility or call it equipment on ground to ensure that at least this thing is reduced to the barest minimum. There is no single ethnic group that owns Nigeria. It's a fact that cannot be argued. Nigeria is owned by everyone who is a citizen of this country. If you go to a particular place to go and carry out your trade, you are, allowed. But if you think that as you're going there, you will beat your chest and say, Nigeria belongs to us, we are taking over everything, it is our father, our so-so father, in so-so year that got the whole of this land, and for that reason, we are not going to live here. My brother, you joke. Because very soon, I can assure you that some people who have refused to be enlisted among cowards will come out and look you in the face and tell you, if you want to go by arm for arm, we are ready for you. But as far as you are in this territory, you must obey the law of the land, and you cannot take our people into slavery, because that was what was predominant during the period of Buhari. Buhari, I would say, left a very terrible mark on Nigeria via the handiwork of these so-called Fulani herders. They did all manner of things, whether you go to, what do they call it, to southeast, you go to southwest. These guys were carrying out, some nefarious activities. I would even say that the illegal industry of kidnapping was being exalted via Fulani ethnic group. Sorry to say, we know there are a lot of them who are good, but guess what? So many of them were involved in this thing. And today it is widespread in the country. Everybody wants to do that particular illegal business. Why? Because of them. Every day we were losing lives. Nobody was there to stand up. So now that your boss is out by name Buhari is off the hook, which kind of was, not responding the way you should respond when they mess up. Another person is here. There's no way anybody will fold his hand and allow what was happening when Fulani boss was there. No way. It can't happen again. So the best thing is for Bodejo, via the instrumentation of his organization, Miyetti, to call his boys and tell them, don't misbehave. Let us stay as people who have been hosted in another community so that we can be happy. And I also feel that the federal government should revisit this issue of, grazing people's farm and all of that. Give them a ranch. Let it be established in law that these guys, you have your ranches so that, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Another Fulani man can enter as president. At least Nigeria will be protected because there is a constituted law as it has to do with that. That is what he should pursue right now, to protect Nigerians so that tomorrow they won't wake up again and start rampaging the